Hey y'all, it's me again. I am going over some check for understanding star review questions. These will be due in Skyward depending upon the days that I wrote on the documents in class. And these are questions that are going to be star-like, meaning you will see questions like these on a star and you are responsible for knowing how to do the calculations on your own. Calculators have already been put in testing mode, so a lot of this stuff has to be done manually, especially the first 4 questions. So let's get to it. This is TEK 8.8C. We are modeling and solving equations with the variable on both sides of the equal sign. You are going to see a question like this on the star. It's guaranteed. Okay? So with these little symbols here, these are negative x's and these are positive x's. So first I need to write the equation. This is negative 3x, and these are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 positive 1s. And they're equal to 5x and negative 2, 4, 6, 8 1s. So there's my original equation. Now, in order to solve, this is where I draw the river. 3x plus 10 equals 5x minus 8. And then I start moving stuff around. The variables need to be on one side, so I'm going to put a v over here, and the constants need to be on the other. Traditionally, I like to have the variables on the left, the constants on the right. Okay, so I'm going to move this constant, minus 10, from both sides. And then I'm going to move this variable, minus 5, from both sides. These 5x's will cancel out. These 10s will cancel out. I will be left with something over here and something over here. This is negative 8 minus 10. This is negative 3x minus 5. Combine the like terms, bring them down, and then solve. Do I need to go over that? I believe so. So this is negative 8x equals negative 18. You have to do the last step. This is multiplication. This basically means negative 8 times some number equals negative 18. On the other side, it says Julie started with 20 pieces of gum and gave away X pieces. Conrad gave away, means I'm subtracting X. Conrad started with 35 pieces of gum and gave away twice as many. That's 2X. Okay? Twice as many as Julie. What is the equation being described in the situation? So, I'm going to write this on separate paper. So Julie and Conrad. Julie started with 20 and she gave away X. Conrad started with 35 and gave away twice as many. Draw my river. Put the variables on the left, the constants on the right. Add 2x to both sides. And then subtract 20 from both sides. Did I do that first one correctly? Yes, the 5x came over here and the 10 over here. Okay. Once I simplify that, my 20s will get canceled out and my 2x's will get canceled out. This is 1x plus 2x, and this is 35 minus 20. Equals something, and then solve. Last step is usually division. The next one, it says, what value of x makes this equation true? Draw your river. Variables on the left, constants on the right. Okay, move my constant over here. So my negative 5 becomes a positive 5, and it goes to the other side, plus 5. My 0.1x becomes a negative 0.1x and a negative 0.1x. And then I cross these out and I cross these out. Then I do the math here and I do the math here. You will get whatever this is equals whatever this is. Solve for x. Okay. This last one here is, it has fractions involved. So because I know that 9 and 3 have something in common, which is the 3, I'm going to multiply everything here by 9 to get rid of the denominators and get rid of the fractions. This is the distributive property. We've talked about this. We talked about this in 6th grade. It's been on Imagine Math if you've been doing that. And it's also been revisited in 8th grade. So I'm distributing this 9 to everything inside this parentheses. What that looks like is 9 times x over 3 minus 9 times 3 equals 9 times x over 9 plus 9 times 3. Now I multiply. 9 times x over 3 is 9x over 3. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times x over 9 is 9x over 9. And 9 times 3 again is 27. So now I can reduce this, and this will give me a whole number coefficient. So my 9x over 3 is just 9 divided by 3. This becomes 3x minus 27. That stays the same. 9 over 9 is 1. So this becomes 1x plus 27. Whoops. Then I'll move my constants to the right and my variables to the left. So I'm going to add 27 to both sides. And then I'm going to subtract x from both sides. These 27s over here, my bad, will cancel out. And these x's over here will cancel out. I'll do 3x minus x, and I'll do 27 plus 27. That 27 looks a little afflicted, but it is what it is. All right, next page. 8.5i, this is writing an equation in y equals mx plus b form using verbal, numerical, tabular, and graphical representations. So we're taking a graph and writing an equation. We're taking words and writing an equation. We're taking numbers, writing an equation, a table, and writing an equation. This is verbal. This is a graph. This is a table, and this is also a graph. Ooh, oh, there's no points here. I'm supposed to read these points. Okay, so let's get to it. So here, I gotta start with my y-intercept, which is 240, okay? That's my initial value. That's b. b equals 240. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now I need to find a friendly point that goes through all three, which would be right here. What do I mean by all three? It has a grid line going up and down the y-axis or parallel to the y-axis. It has a grid line parallel to the x-axis, and it also goes through my graph that I have here. So I'm going to make this point big and obnoxious. And I'm going to draw my rise, which is from 210 to 240. So from 210 to 240. How much was that? And then my run is 0 to 300. Oh, 300 to 0. Is it going up? Oh, 0 to 300. Whoopsies. Because the first point, so first point is 0 to 40. And then my second point is 300 to 10. Did I do that right? 0 to 10. No, I had it right. 300 should go first. 100 or 0 goes second. This is my rise. And this is my run. And it's going downward, so it is decreasing. Keep that in mind. And then you're going to put y equals whatever your rise over run is, x plus whatever your b is. Okay? Blankety blank blank. A coach is ordering shirts for a team. The coach pays a one-time fee of $24. That is my B. The coach also pays $8 for each shirt ordered. That is my rate. Y equals rate X plus initial. Good luck. That one's easy. Next one. Oh, I need to number these questions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ticket sales. Y equals mx plus b form. So I need to find the rate of change. How many does it take for me to get from here to here and from here to here? Over here, I am adding 1. Over here, I am subtracting 3,000. So that's my rise over run. And obviously, it is decreasing. Again, my X value, I need a 0 over here to know how many tickets I started with. This one's kind of tricky because I don't have a y-intercept. Hold, please. Oh, okay, sorry about that. I had a huge brain fart. Anyway, so in order to get the y-intercept, I have to get to 0. So I have to go like backwards from 1. So I'm going to draw my arrow and then get to 0. I have to subtract 1, which is the opposite of this. So then I would have to do the opposite of this to get to my answer down here. So the opposite of subtracting 3,000, I would have to add 3,000 to my 12,000, and then that would put me at 15,000. Now that one's a little challenging. So I have practically given y'all the B, which is the y-intercept. Now you have to put the rate of change in, and then you have to put it in y equals mx plus b form. Okay. All right, last one. I believe we've done this one in somebody's class, but I'm going to do it for you again. So we have to take the 2 points and write the graph of the linear function in y equals mx plus b form. So if I have -1 and -1/4, and I also have 1 and -3/4, I need to put this in a table. I don't know where my purple pen went, so sorry it's not coordinated, but whatever. So here's my X, here's my Y. Make a lengthy table with 3 sections because I need 3 points, and here's Y. One of them is -1 and -1/4, and one of them is +1 and -3/4. Now I need to figure out how to get from here to here, bend my arrow a little bit, what would go in the middle? So what would be half of whatever this jump is? And then from here to here, what would be this jump? And then what would go in the middle here? This will give me my y-intercept. Okay? And then in order to find the rate of change, which is the slope, we'll use the slope formula, y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. You could use either point that you want, but your -3/4 and your -1/4 should go on top, and your +1 and -1 should go on the bottom.